Toto Los Diaz writes, have you guys seen the Poltergeist trailer? If so, what do you think?
Yes, we were going to talk about that, but yeah, we saw it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm a big Sam Rockwell fan. I'm not, a huge horror fan, so I enjoyed it. They didn't have the classic "they're here" line in it. What did you guys think?
I'm still scared.
Yeah?
I saw it before the show. My palms were still sweaty. I'm terrible with horror. I remember seeing Poltergeist when I was young and I couldn't sleep for days. And I think that'll be the same thing with this great cast. And it just looks really scary. There's a clown.
Yes.
There's a clown.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm not the biggest horror fan either, but Poltergeist, the original, is a fantastic horror film for me because it doesn't rely on jump scares. It doesn't rely on a slasher. Mm-hmm. It's about these people are haunted in this house, and why. And they even say it in the trailer for this one is that the ancient burial ground. That's kind of the reveal in the first movie. So it's interesting that they put that in the trailer. But yeah, I mean, the reason I think that I'm on board for this trailer is because of the cast. I like who they cast. I like, again, going after quality talent to be in a movie like this, and it looks like they are paying respect to the original as well. They'll probably add some new stuff. And like you said, Rockwell. Anything that guy does. Anything he does, I'll give it a chance because he's so good.
DeWitt's so good.
Yeah, she's really good too.
Great.
She's been stepping up lately as well. But Rockwell for me is the main reason that I'm interested in.
He should be A-list. Rockwell?
Yes.
Yeah, right. He needs that one movie that he hasn't really hit. Like like we said, everything he's in, he's incredible in, but he hasn't had that starring role in something to where he's been the guy. Maybe he doesn't want to. Who knows?
I don't know. I think Rockwell's the main reason I'd want to see it as well. But I haven't seen any of the movies that the director, I think his name's Gil Kennan or something like that. He did Monster House and City of Ember, but I haven't seen either one, so I can't judge. I'm not, All right, what's next?
Blade GTR writes, hey everyone, just wondering if John Wick 2 has been confirmed or is it just another widespread rumor?
Christian, what do you got on that?
From what I read is that movies.com interviewed the directors and they had said in it that they were working on the sequel, and movies.com is totally legit. So and they were sitting there talking to the directors, and it was right out of the director's mouth. So I would assume that if they say they're working on it, they're working on it. That's awesome. I don't know if it's going to be. And I think we've all said this at the table that we want to see it be about that hotel, like what was going on at that hotel. That could be a lot of fun. Or maybe if they do another sequel, then they can spin off into a third one with the hotel. I want to see more movies like that. I want to see more like you said before, it would turn your brain off and just having fun watching. That was a fun movie, a throwback film, and Keanu Reeves was great in that role. That's what he is, and he's what, 50 years old? He's able to do that. So keep doing them while you can. Alicia?
Yeah, I agree. I loved John Wick. I thought it was so much fun. I wasn't expecting to love it, but I really had a great time. And I loved the Greek mythology that went on with that hotel. It was so interesting. And then speaking to the directors, I got to interview them several times, and they always said that they see this as a franchise, and that's their hope, that it'll continue on. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a second one. I also tried pitching an idea, John Wick to Red Fury, with the villain, a smiling assassin, but they didn't go for that.
No. Yeah, I like you guys. I really enjoyed John Wick. The only concern I have, and I'm glad they're making one, and I like that Keanu Reeves is in this role, I'm worried that part of the fun of it, besides the awesome action, was kind of the revenge aspect of it, and I don't know if you can really build that up again. It was his dead wife with the dead dog. Yeah, they can't do that again. So what is it going to be? What is it going to be that motivating factor for him? And the hotel is really cool as well. All right, what's next?
LV2 Live-E2 writes, when am I going to get my next good gangster film? Johnny Depp is doing one, but can I trust it/him?
Right?
I think you can trust. I'll tell you why. And if you saw my thoughts on Mordecai, you'd be like, how are you trusting him? Because of the Whitey Bulger story. It's fascinating. It really is fascinating and if you've seen The Departed, there are elements of Jack Nicholson's character was based on Whitey Bulger. This is the kind of role I want to see Johnny Depp do again. Get away from all the kind of strange stuff, play someone real in life, and go a little more intense. This could be the next gangster film. I agree. I don't think we've had a good one in a little bit. I thought that what was the one Gangster Squad?
Oh, that was terrible.
It was terrible. I thought it was going to be, but the trailer
was going to be great.
The trailer was great.
I went on the set for that, and they were doing their version of the Copa shot. And I was like, this is going to be awesome. It's going to be like Godfather meets Goodfellas.
And then Sean Penn was doing something. Say hello to Santa Claus. What are you doing, man?
It had such a great cast too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Really terrible. But I agree that I think that we could trust this next Johnny Depp picture more because he's not as heavily involved. I don't think he's producing this one.
And he's not a cartoon.
He was really heavily involved in Mordecai, and he wanted to make that quirky character. And I think we're all done with that.
Yeah, I think that one definitely has a higher chance than any of his other movies. And I think, weren't they negotiating with him to like take a pay cut as well to make that movie happen? So if he's actually taking a pay cut for it, then he must really want to do it. And
Or they have good ammunition and they saw earlier cuts of Mordecai.
Oh. All right, let's take one more.
Alessandro writes, who's a historic figure you'd want to see a biopic of?
Historic figure.
Good one.
That's tough.
I know they were talking about Hannibal for a long time. I don't know if they're still doing it. You know, I know Vin Diesel was attached at one point to Hannibal. That'd be really interesting too. I still want to see more about Caesar and all, like what different. Like, Rome did it well, the HBO show.
Yes.
I'd like to see another. Sometimes they don't do Roman films well, but I'd like to see another. Just the mythology of it with Mark Antony and Cleopatra and. I know they're talking about Cleopatra was the whole Sony leak, excuse me, was that the Angelina Jolie Cleopatra. I kind of hope that one doesn't happen. I'd like to see a version of that happen. We'll see.
Alicia?
Yeah, I can't think. Historical figures. Don't really know history very well.
Well, Caesar would be a good one.
Caesar
Well,
would be
I watched
cool,
that Rome
yeah.
series and it was great, but I mean, you know, the second season was super rushed.
It was rushed,
Plus,
yeah.
it didn't have anything to do with Caesar as well.
No, and they covered. It was supposed to branch out to so many seasons. They basically went off for so many years of Roman history in one season because they knew they were ending it. But if there's no Rome, that series. If there's no Rome, there's no Game of Thrones. So I'm super happy that series was able to
I would
happen.
just say more like film history stuff, well, behind the scenes in Hollywood. I'm looking forward to Hail Caesar with the Coen brothers because that's about the 50s. Anything to do with that. I love those movies about Hitchcock, even though they didn't paint him in the best light.
There was like two movies, right?
Yeah.
About Hitchcock.
Yeah.
One was the HBO movie and one was
Anthony Hopkins.
The Girl and then Hitchcock. And I just saw a great documentary at Sundance on Marlon Brando. And I know it would be a really tough task to find someone to be able to play Marlon Brando, but he had such an interesting life, really tragic life as well, and very complicated. So I'd love to see that.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.